What's up, guys? It's Lugo back with Flex Appeal episode 60. Today was my second leg day of the week. I started off with pause squats as normal. Honestly, going into this session, I was like, head was a little bit foggy. I was like, I feel like I'm moving slow. I'm gonna have to take this session slow. And that's pretty much what I did, warming up. But it ended up being a really good session. Uh, Pause squats felt insanely locked in. I've been feeling really good on squats recently, and I feel like my technique is getting where I want it to be. And I feel like I'm successfully cutting depth to a non detrimental degree. Because I feel like when a lot of people cut depth or when they squat, they don't squat to depth. And especially in powerlifting, it's very dicey to like not squat to depth in your training because you're kind of just free balling it at meets where you will just sink it on an attempt. And I obviously don't compete right now, and I don't know if I will in the future. I'll never say no, but as far as like squatting to depth in training, I feel like I just have to. Like for me, I feel like in my training, all my squats need to be to depth. It's just something that's like in my head ingrained from like the moment that I touched a barbell. My gym teacher in high school class, he made us squat to like a low med ball, and to be honest, that's probably the most instrumental thing that has ever happened in my lifting career for legs and like squatting because since day one I was squatting to depth because that was the first time that I ever like actually back squatted was in that gym class. I pretty much had only benched and deadlifted up until that point. Um, So the fact that he made us squat to med balls was insanely good. Um, but I'm getting off track. This leg session was really good. Again, I was like tired, or maybe not like tired, but it was just foggy. Like I remember going to the gym and I was like, I feel like it's not gonna be a great session, and then immediately I was like, I need to get that out of my head, and I need to make it a good session because the moment you start thinking that something is not going to be good, you've already given up. Like you have to make it good. You have to work with what you have on each given day, and I think that that's what separates somebody who is great at something from somebody who is just good or mediocre. And this was kind of an example too, like on belt squats. I perhaps jumped a little bit too much from two plates and a 35 last week. I think I did like 7-6, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna jump to three. Jump to three from last week, and or it's like 297 and point five. I did it for like four, and I was like, fuck, like I really want to get more, and I should have grinded out one more rep because I only got like four. And I was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't be doing that anyway on belt squat. Like belt squat is not something that I think that feels super great to like grind out at the bottom. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drop to a quarter, and I'm just gonna get as many reps as I can. And I ended up getting 10 with two plates and a quarter, and I pretty much like went up one rep from last week. I think I got like 13 total reps last week on it, and now this week I got 14. And I think moving forward on belt squat, I'm probably just gonna drop the load because I probably don't need to be pushing belt squat that hard, like into that rep range, because it doesn't feel good to push it that hard. Um, and maybe it's just more detrimental as well because sometimes the wire is like pushing into my to my adductor, and it does not feel good. Um, but I really like this grip setup with the belt squat. I feel like I was having a hard time finding my grip here. I was like gripping at the top, and then I was like gripping on the top handle, and then the bottom, and I was like, man, I can't find a good place to put my hands. But right here felt great. Like it felt like I had good leverage. I'm not overextending too far. And overall, like I really just love this accessory for unilateral leg stuff. It's probably the favorite of everything I've ever done. And I feel like I've done a lot of unilateral stuff. I've done. leg press, single leg press. I've done Bulgarian split squats with back foot elevated, front foot elevated. Um, dumbbells, barbell. I haven't done Smith, which I kind of want to try, but I think at this point I don't really need to try it anymore because I'm pretty sure this will be my um, unilateral leg training. Uh, Maybe lacks a little bit of stability demands, but I kind of like it. And I want to try Cossack squats, like loaded Cossacks, because I feel like it will remove the demand for a second adductor machine day, and it will basically remove two exercises. Well, one exercise and then just add it because it'll just replace my unilateral leg training on this day plus my adductor machine. So I'll do one less exercise and kill more two birds with one stone. But I might do that like after this block because I have like 9 weeks until I'm gonna do like a mock. Um, no gear because it doesn't fit me right now, and I kind of want to see where I'm at. Just no belt, no sleeves, and then from there, if my gear does fit me, I'll probably put it back on and then run a block and see where we're at. Um, but that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for the last training day of week 10 and pull day. Thanks for watching.